It is a beautiful, beautiful day on the homestead, and that tree is going away. It looks like we've got a few cucumbers to get this morning. That's a pretty cucumber, you know. I'm looking forward to eating that. Let's see, there's a nice one there. That's a good looking cucumber. I think that's two different varieties. One of them's going to be a pickling cucumber, and it got a little large. The other one, I believe, is, I can't remember. But yeah, we're picking a few cucumbers. Yeah, the other day we picked we picked some beans in the backyard. Man, we're about to pick beans again. Praise God. We try to can right around 60 jars of beans per year. We just canned our first 11 pints yesterday. You know, most of the time it's just Noelle and I here at the house. It's a quarantine. Yeah, we've had one of our daughters home, and that's been a blessing. It really has. But, you know, normally a pint of green beans is all Noelle and I need for a meal, and it's great, you know. But we try to have at least 1 jar a week of green beans available to us when we're doing canning. We're about to start digging some potatoes. I gotta change one thing on this implement. We'll put this big old middle buster, and that'll just lay those potatoes right out.
He's getting ready to cultivate so we can get those potatoes out of the ground. Look at all those potatoes. Who's ready? Looks like you corrected it as you went down there.
I did.
Okay.
I sure did.
Here's that in case you need it.
But I still might have got off a little bit.
I like these right here now. These little ones y'all throwing away here?
Yeah,
These
those are
good.
great for the beans,
They
ain't
have to
they?
separate them. They're good for cooking, putting in snap beans. And
Yeah.
somebody's throwing a bunch of them away.
Oh, those little ones? I didn't see that.
If they're that big right there, you keep them.
Okay, I won't be able to lift this after this. I feel like I'm missing some.
Ouch, sticker.
Shovel, please. I mean, rake, whatever, fork. The lady with the cancer.
Right.
You know? She's been... She has nothing else to do. The police who's laying eggs.
She's awful.
She was in there again trying to lay, and she went up and
She's awful.
scared her off.
She's horrible. There's a bunch of little ones. They'll eat good. There was some conversation about trellising tomatoes. What's the best way? So right here in zone 8B, we're getting pretty good sized plants as far as tomatoes go, and people do different things. Some people like to do a Florida weave, and that works, and it does a really good job. What I personally do is a single stem. Florida weave, in my opinion, is great for determinate tomatoes. I grow indeterminate tomatoes, and this is just the way I do it. You know, a lot of people, they weave that line in and out of those tomatoes, and that does a great job holding those tomatoes up. And with determinate tomatoes, you don't do a whole lot of pruning, and you don't do any suckering of the plants. But with indeterminate, I do. You know, we've talked about this in the past. I do a single stem going up. That way that plant can focus on producing tomatoes on that primary stem, and it doesn't get heavy on the outside and want to lay down. Alright, so what I do here, I go through, I check the plant for suckers. We do have suckers, and I trim those off. I take a look and see where I've got tomatoes, and I'll look at the foliage. Okay, and there's a lot of foliage between these tomatoes and these tomatoes, so I'm just going to give it a little haircut, and that's going to be helpful. And then I take this string, you know, I've got one tomato clip on here, you could put tomato clips all the way up that plant. But what I like to do, I just like to come in here and I will wrap that vine around that string. You know, we're not doing any damage to the vine. We're not doing any damage to the tomatoes. You know, I don't put that string right on top of a tomato truss, but I just wrap it around that primary stem. And man, that does a great job for me. It really holds that tomato up well and allows me to control it and go right up that string. You know, for me, this is a really good process because it gives me some time with each individual plant. Like I said, I want to get rid of suckers. I want to prune them up. With that Florida weave, man, you're going pretty quick. I mean, you're getting in there, you're weaving that thing in and out, and you're out of there. This way, for me, I spend a minute with every plant, making sure it's stable, and it gives me the chance to prune that plant up. So I'm going to try and do a different angle so that you can see what I'm doing. You know, I know that looks kind of violent, and it looks like I might be stressing that plant, but I promise I'm not. I went this morning and picked up a half a cow, and I am so thankful that I did that, and I highly recommend, if you have the opportunity to get a half a cow, and you got the money, just go ahead and do it. If you got the freezer space, go do it. Get a half a cow, put it in the freezer. It's worth it. Every dime. If you can't afford it right now, save up and go get a half a cow.
My little friend. My little friend. Is she pretty? Friend.
She is so sweet.
Very sweet.
She is so sweet.
Till she gets a hair.
She likes you. She really doesn't care for me at all.
Well, that other one too. She follows me around.
Mm-hmm.
And that one.
Today, I'm cutting the tops off of onions and the roots. I thought I'd kind of share that process with you. It's, you know, it's not rocket science, folks. It's a lot more difficult than rocket science. So these are the onions that we pulled. We're taking the tops off. We're going to see how much they weigh. We're going to get them bagged up. And I think we've got a few people that want some. So that's the plan for today. This is going to be a game changer for us. I think it's going to change everything about what we're doing. That tree is almost gone. So this guy has come in here and he has had to climb that tree. He was not able to get a bucket truck in here because the soil's too soft, and he has climbed this tree. It had 3 tops in it. Man, I watched this man get in that tree yesterday morning at 10:30 in the morning, and he did not come out of that tree until 4:30 in the afternoon. Wow, man, that's hard work. And yeah, I'm so grateful for what he's doing. He's earning every penny that he's making. It's what I believe is going to change here. Yeah, that was a massive tree, and it blocked a lot of sunlight. This is south, so if you think about it, the sun's coming up. Well, it's coming up over here, and it's going to cross like this. Okay, so that tree was blocking a lot of light midday, and now it's not going to block any light at all. In the front yard, it was blocking light in the afternoon because the sun sets over here. So it was casting a shadow in the front yard as well. So we're going to have a lot more sunshine on our little piece of property here. More sunshine means more vegetables. More vegetables means more food. Yeah, it's just going to allow us to grow a lot more food for ourselves. You know, these rows are this short because the amount of light that I was getting in the yard, this was really the only place that was getting sunshine. And now we shouldn't have that issue. So I can extend these rows out, you know. They're 18 feet long. I'll probably take them on out to 25 feet. There's this little strip of land over here where the air conditioner is, right? And I haven't been able to really take advantage of this. And it just sits there, and I cut the grass, and that's really it. We're going to go ahead and extend this fence on down to the end of the house. And we might be able to make this an area for maybe a shed, storage, or we might put meat chickens over here. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the tree is gone. Potatoes have been dug.
Garden's getting watered.
Man.
And the chickens are calm. Hey, Lucy, say hey, you're on the camera.
Folks, it's been another awesome day right here on the homestead.
Yes, it's been a good day.
We're blessed. We hope you are. We love you.
Be kind.
Bye.